This is the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
Good morning, Lincoln, Nebraska. Happy hump day. Welcome to the Morning Hookup. 1 second, Bill Hooks. Why is he? Elijah.
Oh, it'd probably help if we
Henry
had,
T. Buchanan.
if we had Husker legend Henry T. Buchanan's headphones plugged in.
Better plug him in. He's like, I can't hear you. Well,
Is that better now?
Yeah. Let it play it for a minute. What a good song. Welcome in. We got a lot to get to today. We got a lot of Husker talk, Husker fall camp, football rankings, college football rankings. We'll get into the Big Ten SEC about their new rule that they put in play, what's going to happen, what's going to go down. A lot with Husker legend Henry T. Buchanan as well. You good
Can
over
you hear
there?
me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Not through here, but through here.
No, I see. This is the device that don't work. This is that little weird. How about now?
Kind of. Yeah, when you do that.
Do this. This is what kind of studio we live in. Hold
Yeah.
that cord for a minute.
Try cranking the audio a little bit too.
How's that?
Yeah, perfect.
There we go. Who needs IT when you have it? All right, welcome in. But boy, God, man, we'll get to sports. But boy, yesterday, legend probably doesn't do it good enough. I heard somebody say, I think it was, forget the gentleman's name, Jack. He's a Jack White. Jack, he's a rock star.
Oh yeah, Jack White.
Jack White
From the White
said
Stripes.
his. I think he said it best when he tweeted out something that instant saint.
Yeah.
One Dolly Parton passed away at the age of 80 yesterday with a quiet short-term battle with cancer. I don't know the words for it.
No.
Because I think a lot of us growing up, for me, I was telling Moats this morning, like I heard her music all the time because my mom played it. Right. And I lived out in North Carolina. So I knew a lot about when Dollywood and Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And as you start to listen to her story, it's just next to amazing. Somebody said this morning that she chose not to be a billionaire. Like, what? Because with the reports, and again, this isn't about money, but this is going to be about giving, about what our lives should be about. Dolly, I guess, at the end of the day, when she passed away, had like close to $600 million. They said she gave away enough money to be a billionaire, almost double that, with her imaginary reading program, the books, over 300 million books. Wow. And then just the countless honors that she denied, or the countless things that she did, the selfless reflections, the selfless attitude that she lived life with. Dolly Parton gone. Wait, too soon.
One of the few people that the fame and the fortune did not change who they were, and you could argue made them a better person. Fame and the fortune is what allowed Dolly to give back. And a sad day, but it's kind of one of those reminders for everyone out there. You can't take it with you.
Yes.
And Dolly lived that. She didn't take it with her. She took what she had, what she was blessed with, and gave back to her local community in Tennessee, the country. I mean, the amount of money that she quietly gave for research dollars to help people less fortunate than her, things like cancer research.
Yep.
Just
Children.
super generous. Yeah.
She said she grew up poor.
Didn't even know it. Was she one of 12, I believe?
Yeah, but friends that were telling them that they were poor. And you know what? I didn't realize that song by Whitney Houston.
That was hers.
I didn't know until this morning.
She told us. I geeked out on it last night. Whatever you were doing, that you could tell how important this was, because there was a special that came on last night at 9:00 at night that they put together. She talked about that song. The first time she heard Whitney sing it, she had to pull over because she was in tears. She was like, "I didn't know that song was gonna sound just like that."
Wow. She made $10 million royalties.
Again, but it goes back, I guess, in life when you look at it, you talk about the treasures, but it's also about the time, the talent, and the treasures, ways to give back in life. It's what we talk to our kids about. Sometimes it's not about, again, we were like, well, we don't have the money. You don't have to have the money. You can have your time. Whether it be like stuff that we do, stuff that you do, we give back to the youth where we coach baseball. You're umpiring. That's giving back time. Your treasures. I mean, your talents. Share your talents, whatever they are. Everybody's got a talent. You just got to share it and believe in it. And Dolly would, I think, exemplified every bit of that. Then you go back and you do all that and talk about what a performer that she was. My goodness. My goodness. Whether it be the duets that she did, no, nothing better. Hopefully we'll hear it today than Islands in the Stream with Kenny Rogers. My goodness. She's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
As she got on stage and said, I don't know how I got this, but I'm going to earn it tonight. And they did a whole thing with the performers on stage to Jolene. I was speechless, honestly, as a 48-year-old man going, man, what? I can't imagine what some other people were thinking that grew up with her. Right? My mom texted me, can you believe Dolly passed away? I'm like, what? No.
Yeah. Well, Good Morning America every morning, or World News every morning was doing these, showing, I guess it was a repeat interview. And I thought she was still, doing okay because she had canceled her concerts, her traveling. And then all of a sudden I get a text, she passed. I'm like, what just happened? And it's unfortunate. And heck, 9 to 5, the movie, the song. I mean,
what a great, if you haven't seen that,
went to number one, the song.
If you hadn't seen that movie, it's incredible. 9 to 5. That's a Jane Fonda production. Jane reached out to Dolly and said, you need to do this. And then she wrote the song and it was an instant hit.
Yeah.
Let it be known, Dolly, great actress as well.
Ooh,
yeah.
She did the other movie with Burt Reynolds.
What couldn't she do?
Oh, yeah.
The best little boop, boop house.
Were they married?
In Texas. Nope.
She
was married for 6 decades.
Yeah, that's
to
right.
one guy.
Yeah, fair enough. That's right.
Who was in the background.
Okay.
Who was in the background for 6 decades. He wasn't about that life. He let Dolly do the life and he sat back.
Wasn't there only like a couple public pictures of him that we
barely
even knew what he looked like?
Rarely. There was more,
which is another special thing to keep your private life private like that.
Yeah.
There were more last night on the ABC special that was on than I think anybody ever seen. Of him. And no better impact. Did you see the Marshall Mathers / Eminem thing last night on social media? This is crazy.
With Eminem when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And here's his tweet, by the way. Said, I'm sorry we never got a chance to meet, but getting this note from Dolly really had an impact on me. Goes on. Then this is the note. This is a lady that had no idea. She's going to tell you about Eminem right here. She goes, congratulations. She got Marshall in parentheses, Eminem. Congratulations on your induction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Your performance was amazing, and everybody said so. Even though I don't know a lot about rap music, I came to know that you are the very best at it. Aside from that, I hope that you have to say will not seem weird or strange to you, but I have always felt some unexplained connection to you, like I know you somehow. I had hoped to meet you at the show, but you don't know how nuts things are. Personally, I hate them, and I missed my chance. But maybe someday we'll meet in the meantime. With love and respect, Dolly Parton.
It's awesome.
My goodness. But rest in peace, Dolly. At 80 years old. Wow. By the way, the other thing that was crazy about this is that she always wanted to be, as you fast forward now, her impact will last forever. It'll continue into the future. She always wanted to be on Broadway. Her Broadway show is set to debut on her 81st birthday next year. Dolly be on Broadway. So there you go. Dolly Parton passed away. That was crazy. No, it just when it came across, I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't real.
Just it's as I said, one of the few people that lived out her message, I guess, throughout her entire life, even despite the fame and the fortune. And one of the few people I think we can universally agree upon that the world is a worse place without her here.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And again, last thing on that's an example for all of us. Like we always tell our kids when we're cleaning, and get something somewhere cleaning out the dugout. What do we say?
Don't leave any trash behind.
Yes, but then the other phrase is what? Leave it better than you found it.
Yeah.
Not only is that for dugouts, by the way, that's for life. Leave it better than you found. When you leave this place, you never know when, by the way. Leave it better than you found it. That means going back, and they heard the PSAs about if you haven't talked to somebody in a while, pick a phone, call them. Don't wait. right?
Mhm.
If you got the opportunity to help somebody, help somebody. Or and sometimes it's just saying, man, you all right? You want to get a beer?
Yeah.
That's it. Shoe, you got any honey buns?
T, you're gonna like this.
Shoe, you're giving back to life. There you are.
T, did you guys see the innovation in the honey bun game that was going around social media recently?
No.
There was an high school offensive line coach down in can't remember which state down south it was, Georgia or Texas or one of those states. And his offensive lineman had come up with an innovation during fall camp, which was they made peanut butter and jellies, and then they stuck a honey bun in the middle of the peanut butter and jelly. Sounds delicious.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's peanut butter on one piece of bread, jelly on the other piece of bread, slap a honey bun in between the two slices of bread along with it. T's not about it.
Well, now I'm just trying to imagine what that looks like and then tastes like.
It's got to taste delicious.
Well, if you could put peanut butter and jelly on a burger.
Ooh, don't dog it. That's good stuff.
You know what I was thinking? Take that honey bun inside the PB&J
Mm-hmm.
and then grill it up like grilled cheese. Get the toasted
Ooh.
bun or the toasted bread on each side. Get it nice and warm on the inside.
Is there anything better with peanut butter on it? It don't matter. Just let it roll.
It's hard to go wrong.
See, I was bringing too much fatness to this conversation for T. He's got to let this simmer.
I
a little
love.
bit.
I just heard Eminem going, "I love you like a not Eminem, but I love you like a fat kid loves cake."
Yeah.
Just keep talking to me. Just keep talking. Whoever said, was that Dre, Snoop, or Eminem? One of them said, "I love you like a fat kid loves cake."
Or was this like somebody mixing, eating their fries before the meat, in
But you know why?
Like they don't like to mix their food when
No.
they eat it. And I'm like, it goes to the
Same
spot.
place.
No.
Are you one of those?
You know why? Them fries gonna get cold. Don't let the fries get cold, folks. We could get all into this, but I guarantee you, when you go through a drive-through, there's not a. Maybe I'm wrong. 98% of Americans, or whatever, blah blah blah, will eat a French fry before they leave the drive-through.
Before I leave the parking lot for sure. Yeah. And if I'm at a restaurant and I order fries along
What do
with
you do
whatever I'm
first?
getting, first thing I'm tasting a fry. I'm not finishing the fries.
Well, there's a reason.
I would say
you got to
you don't-
unpack the burger. It's in a wrapper.
I
You
would
know?
say not just the fries. I say any side. Sides make the meal
Fair enough.
because you're pretty confident the burger is going to be just fine or the steak.
Mm.
I'm just saying, but you're going to go, wait a minute. Those mashed potatoes better be hot.
Give me some good mac and cheese. Now.
Or you have corn on the cob. You put the butter on it and go, all right, it's hot. The butter's melting on the corn. It's just a fact.
But
Green
you
bean
always.
Because I'm
casserole.
telling you right now, if you leave a drive-through and your fries are cold, you're going to be pissed. You could care if the chicken's hot, the burger's hot, the chicken sandwich hot. You don't care. My fries are cold.
But you always start with the sides. I think you're kind of a madman if you. The first bite you take is with the entree.
That's
Yeah, but you
psychotic
don't want
behavior.
your burger. You don't want your
That's-
burger cold either.
I don't think it matters.
I tried to be slick the other day and bought a burger at a fast food. And I'm not going to name the fast food. And I said without onions, thinking it's going to be a fresh hot burger. And no, they must have just
Yep.
took the bun up, took the onions off, and served it.
That ain't right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Deb, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Arlo. Thanks for hanging out. FloodX 10. Deb from Beatrice. What's up? She goes, don't forget Rhinestone Cowboy with some Stone classic movie. Good morning, Todd, the Big Red. Speaking of the Big Red, this is a room we've talked about quite a bit that we felt like, ooh, question marks. Again, Nebraska has a lot of question marks across the board, but we're going to talk about the running back room. Yesterday, Barthel stood up and said, this is the most talented running back room at Nebraska. Now, coach speak or not, we don't know. He's feeling pretty good about this room right now. Elijah Herbal has already picked his running back. It is done.
I changed my tune yesterday.
He done with it.
No.
Do we have? Did I
Are
get
they
the audio?
statements?
If you want to know
Let's
what
play. This is why Elijah has picked the freshman as RB1.
You're a bowler. Have you found I guess, where did that start? And have you found like a favorite lane?
It started going into our May break. I was bored sitting at my dorm, and I was like, you know what, let me just go bowling. And then I started going bowling. Happened like I started going like a couple times a day, and then ended up buying my new bowling ball. After that, the rest is history. Went back home, bought another bowling ball, so now I have two. And then, I just, you know, kind of fell in love with it. It's kind of like peaceful. You know, some people have like golf and stuff, and my piece is bowling, seeing the ball roll down, you know. And I developed a little curve too, so like seeing it go like almost in the gutter and come back and strike, yes, it's pretty cool.
By the way, I believe if you said correctly, he's already beat your high game.
Yeah, we're getting back though. So I've said it before. The calendar year 2025 was a bad year for my bowling game.
What's your high game?
227, I believe.
What's rules?
Like 245, wasn't it?
245.
This man just picked the ball up.
He said, I think about 245. So it's probably close to like 235. Let's be honest here.
Whoa.
I probably shouldn't say that out loud because I don't know that to be true or not. But
it's real hard to think you bowled something when it keeps electronic score.
I mean, but does he have like the notes app on his phone like I do where I'm checking my high score? I have the top 5 high score games I've ever played just on my phone here.
They're out there. He's supposed to. He tweeted out yesterday.
So your bowl game is better than your golf game.
Oh, easily.
We're going.
I had a consistent. I think I averaged like a 163 last night. We had bowling league last night, and that's what I've been working on. And that my game's been improving. 2025, as I said, was rough. I had a bit of the yips.
210, 213, 214, 219, 227.
You know,
he did note his second best, his 213 was the city tournament.
Yeah, it was. Oh, that was.
During the tournament.
Yeah,
So you stepped up.
We want you to know it was game 3 of the city tournament.
Yeah, my high score ever came on January 23rd, 2024. But then, as I said, 2025 rolled around, and I had a bad 2025.
Now we're about even in bowling then, because I when I bowled in the league, and I used to in Bloomington, actually in State Farm League. And I think my highest was 265, but I think I
athlete.
No, I just bowl. Just enjoy bowling. It's like the RB1.
Yeah,
I mean it's
a good sport.
It's a great sport. I just picked up this golf game that I struggle with on every occurrence, but I enjoy playing it.
I mean, we have a couple guys in the league. They come straight from during this time of year. They come straight from golf league straight to bowling league.
Oh yeah,
they have one hell of a Tuesday night. Yeah.
Do they play 18 holes or just 9?
I think 18.
And then that's
and they come straight. Well, I think they swing by the 19th hole, and then they come to bowling league.
That's got to be a blast.
And they keep it rolling. Yeah, they have a lot of fun on Tuesday nights.
That's
but
awesome.
Regardless, great sport.
Where do you bowl at?
I'm a Parkway Lanes man myself.
Parkway? Yeah, well, I've been all over.
But the thing is what there was like a quick chuckle from the reporters whenever Rules like he went back home and bought a second ball. The second ball it's important. People are gonna be like, oh, like it's not like whenever like you're collecting other things, and it's not like, oh, I got a second driver because there's a need for 2 bowling balls. You got to have one strike ball and one spare ball at least.
Yeah, and
you could even have 2 spare balls. You need one that goes a little bit straighter and one that goes bigger curve into the pocket to get your angle whenever you're on the bowling lane. Like it's 2 balls is a reasonable number of bowling balls to have.
Well, I just talked to a buddy, Tim Paul. He works for State Farm, and he was on the PBA tour, and actually gave me one of his balls years ago. I worked with him in Bloomington. He had those 2 balls, but he really needed the second. I've seen this guy couple of 300s. I mean, if you're a pro bowler, it's almost like PGA golfer. I mean, their money. I mean, it's money. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, the way they strike and the ease of it. And if I get 3 or 4 in a row and I'm on cloud 9, and if he hits 9, he's like stumping it after about 7 strikes, and
not to mention those pro guys, they're going and playing on lanes where they change up the oil pattern.
Yeah.
So you have to have different balls to play different oil patterns. Yep. So those guys, they'll be going on tour with 20, 25 balls sitting in their trunk. Driving around the country.
Well, the pressure, and people, the average person looking at the tournament on TV, they don't understand the oil, the differences, and how difficult it is, and which goes back to the women's bowling at Nebraska. We
pretty good.
We still have one of the best in the country. So you think about that.
So, going back here a little bit as we do.
Hooks, you want to talk football? I'm not done talking bowling yet. Hooks.
We can go. We can go.
You're speaking my language.
I know.
We've talked about getting an average Joe versus morning hookup golf event going. A quick little scramble. YZ, by the way, if you're listening, I'm not sure what your Sunday looks like, but we
trying to work
need
maybe
we
Sunday.
need the Hooksy and YZ scramble team against the Schmidt and Elijah scramble.
They're trying
team.
to challenge.
Or we could go to the lanes though. We could also go to the
I'm
bowling
not
alley.
going to lanes.
You're missing out.
Are you a bowler?
No.
Oh,
Nope. You don't want to see that. I mean, listen. I ain't gonna back down.
well, I know you're a competitor.
That's getting that. I will not back down from a challenge.
What one night on the lanes and I get you bowling over 100.
You know what we need to
consistently.
make this then? Some kind of like trio of events.
Ooh, like a
Like
What's
an
our
Olympic-
30
KFOR Sports Olympics.
Golf. We got golf.
There
We
we
got
go.
bowling.
Now we're talking.
What's next? Golf,
What-
bowling, and what?
We'll get Moats in this. We'll do a 3-point
Darts.
shooting contest.
I think I throw darts in there.
Darts. Oh yeah, we could go down
I think I
visit
can
our
shoot-
old friend Willie J.
I think I could shoot Moats' eyes off.
3-point shooting.
Yep.
Ooh.
He's a big man.
He might have touch. He might have touch.
Shoot his.
I bet you he can shoot.
Oh yeah, yeah. Motzi, he's pretty confident. He's a pretty
I
confident
can
guy.
shoot his eyes out. Oh,
Where's
he's down.
it?
He's down to shop.
Yeah, that's right. He talked to us
I'll
earlier.
shoot his eyes out.
I don't know,
Sit
man.
back.
KFOR Sports Olympics. I like
There
the
it
sound
is,
of
see?
this. Let's put the pads on and do Oklahoma drill.
Yeah. Give me Schmitty in the A gap.
I'll be the guy. That... I have a sub. So, all right, let's do this. Let's take a break.
Schmitty's listening.
That's right. Is he?
I don't
He
see him
should
around.
be. All right, let's take a break. Let's come back. We'll reset. We'll do some Husker talk and some college football talk as well. That was fun.
Man, but speaking
Yeah.
of running backs, man, Emmett Thomas learning from Walker.
John CA's good, man.
How good?
Have you-
You
I-
couldn't have came win in a better situation.
You should I used to listen to this text. So I'm on a text message group with these two guys right now. The same guys were just here. Do you have like standards now, like when you go to sporting events, where you want to sit and where you won't sit?
I'll let the head coach make that decision as far as who's
Does that make sense?
No.
So like for instance, right now, so I'm going back home.
Depends on the sporting event.
I'm going back home, and it's Sunday night football, and it's Panthers Lions Sunday night football.
Ooh,
And one of my buddies wants to sit at like the very top row.
oh,
Tickets are out of control. Now listen, they're crazy. Like top row Panther tickets right now are like $200.
is it a good seat? I mean, can you see?
I've never been to a game there
Okay.
because when I graduated high school, I left and they were stadiums being built. My buddy texted me. So this is the best part. He texted me on the side. I'm gonna.
He wants Bob Euchre seats.
I'm gonna need you to step up here. We can't have those tickets. What the actual F? He wants to go to the top. Might as well not be there. I don't know. Nobody's. Don't be listening.
See, a lot of those NFL stadiums though, they have good sight lines from the upper bowl.
I have no idea.
Like if you're sitting last row at Memorial Stadium is different than some of these new stadiums that
Could you imagine being up on the east side at the top?
I've been up there. It feels like you're on top of the field. Now it's not bad depending on what you're getting your ticket price for. There is
Yeah.
there is a value of sitting in the lower bowl, but depending on the price, it's not always worth it.
I agree. So that's just like it's just like where do you go? What at level? Like, and I'm not trying to sound like uppy, but where's your threshold of like I can't do that?
For heights,
Yeah, I don't know. Heights,
I will say I am
viewership.
uppity with hockey.
See?
I don't like sitting upper level at hockey.
So you won't do that.
Hard to follow
Right,
the
so
puck.
there's an event. Like, what's the event and where's your standard at?
Basketball, upper level, just fine.
Not doing it.
A little bit better lower bowl, but basketball is just fine.
Lower
Hoops
bowl.
game,
Gotta be,
always
gotta be,
be
gotta,
lower
gotta
bowl.
lower bowl.
Always be lower bowl hoops games.
I-
Always.
I can do upper
And-
level. Depending, yeah, I can't be behind the backboard though. I have to be on the broad side from upper level.
Lower bowl and on the sides.
I like here's a hot take. I would rather be behind the end zone at a football game than on the broad side.
You look at it from a different angle. Yeah, and a different mindset.
I like being behind the play.
You're seeing
Absolutely.
you're seeing the guy's pull. You're seeing.
Oh, I never thought of that.
My ideal seats at Memorial Stadium are those boxes underneath the big screen.
So you. That is what we are. Nothing in between. Welcome back in the morning hookup. I got goosebumps. That's one of the best duets you're ever going to hear. Right there. Right there. Dolly and Kenny Rogers. One of the best duets you're ever going to hear.
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny had that graggly, deep, rough voice and the majestic pipes of one Dolly Parton together. Come on now.
Did you guys see, as a total aside, her cover of Stairway to Heaven that's been going around social media? Oh my goodness.
Oh, so good. You're going to hear Dolly a lot today.
One of those rare voices where I think any genre of music she could have excelled in. Any genre. She could have been a rock singer.
She just
country
tried
singer.
everything. And she had she did everything.
I saw a video for her in a bar in Ireland singing like traditional Irish songs. I'm like,
Did
turns
you
out
see-
good at that too.
Did you see the duet that they did with Miley Cyrus,
Yes.
Wrecking Ball?
Mhm.
That was good.
Speaking of, Miley Cyrus is a great cover of Jolene.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
As an aside here,
Wasn't Dolly Miley's
Godmother.
godmother?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, God, you're right. There's so many.
Need
of them.
more Dolly.
Yes, we
do.
need more Dollies in the world.
Be like Dolly.
Be like Dolly.
What would Dolly do?
it's a bumper sticker right there.
Wristband. What are those initials?
WWDD
WWE.
That would be so
What would
perfect.
or
Dolly do?
WW
What
double
would Dolly do?
WW double D. All right,
We're gonna
football.
leave that there.
All right, I gotta mute my mic.
Football time.
What are we talking?
Running back room.
Running back room.
Back to football.
Go back to the room a little bit. We'll skim that room a little bit here because it's a room that we've looked at and said, man, what's going to happen with it? Obviously, yeah, you had the Nelson stuff on Nelson's back. What a great statement by him, by the way. Nelson coming back, taking accountability and seeing where it's going. That's one of those things we talked about when the whole thing came out. It's what the human being does in return, and not the football player. Seems like that there's some support there behind him. There's an accountability of his statement. Okay. But Barthel right now is saying, it goes, I'll let the head coach make a decision as far as who is the guy who's going to play. But as far as I'm concerned, we have multiple starters. We have guys who can be the guy. And he's talking about Nelson Mosey rule. My whole thing with the room is whoever you run out there, I've said this multiple times, whoever you run out there needs to have every skill possible in the offense. Yeah. They can't be telegraphed. They should be able to pass pro, run in between in between the tackles, get outside when needed to, catch a ball out of the backfield. He's got to possess everything to make sure the playbook continues to be as big as it should be no matter what.
Well, yeah, make sure whenever the guys get out there on the field, the defensive coordinator can't go, that running back's in the game. Here are the 3 or 4 things we're going to have to prepare for with that running back, that our defense. As you said, I need guys in that backfield where they can all have their own style, but they all need to be able to do the same things.
Yeah, but at the same token, like MG said, Morgan Gregory, you got to have a line. Unless he's Barry Sanders, you need a line to be able to open up those holes. And all our great teams we've had, our offensive line were beasts. And opened up some holes for him. We had great running backs as well. So I'll be looking forward to seeing what that line does and to open up these holes for these running backs. RB1.
There are, though, I think, I wouldn't be surprised if you end up end of the year, if there's 6 running backs that end up having carries. Not all of them in a starting capacity.
Well, absolutely.
But I wouldn't be surprised if there's 6 running backs with carries by the end of week 2.
And you're jumping into the Ives, Booth,
Genatone,
those 3 guys. It gives you a little bit because he threw out some stats about like what these 3 at the top possess is speed. He talked about Mackay 4.4 speed, Mosey up to 215 slot routes, can run a 4.5 to a 4.4, rule 215 6'4", and physical. That's what we haven't seen. I think we've seen the physicality, but we have not seen breakaway speed in the running back room since
Maurice Washington.
Yep. That's just where you go back. Right. And not to dog Emmett. Emmett had a great year, but there were times where you're like, Emmett's in the open field.
And you get talked down.
Yes, they didn't turn into touchdown because those possessions end up turning into field goals or turnover or whatever. If you got one that breaks away and get you into the end zone, get the touchdown done and move on.
Well, I think at this point, I know we need to see some more from Rule, but I think there's 3 running backs that whoever is that number 1 running back come Ohio game. And we should also note here, you talked about the accountability factor with Mekhi Nelson. I'm curious to see if there's going to be any internal accountability with him, whether it's a suspension for the Ohio game, whether it's hey, you're just not going to be the first guy out there. I'm curious to see if there's anything that is still lasting with Mekhi that just is not forward facing to the public, because teams will handle things like that internally. So we'll see.
I hope that's that fans don't see it and go, that's what it was. That's why he's not the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you go out game 1 and it's, let's say it's Mosey or Rule. You're like, oh, that's why. Or you want this to be the competition. Maybe one of the other 2 won, but you there's something could be there. We won't know, which I appreciate the way they've handled this. Is they let the process take care of itself, and it's all internal. And I think Rule even said the process was the process. Now it's time to play football.
But I think you have 3 guys at the top. They all bring slightly different, but I wouldn't be surprised if any of them were your top back. And I think this is a process and a competition that will be continuing through the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season to determine, hey, who is the guy that we want to give the lion's share of the carries to. But with Mekhi Nelson, I see a guy that I think is maybe the most balanced in the room in terms of his ability to hit the hole, make a man miss, contact balance, all those things, the speed. I think he's a super, super balanced running back. I think Mosey's probably the most electric. He's got the most make you miss. He's the guy that in the open field, I think is the biggest chance to take a 10-yard gain and turn it into a 60-yard gain, make one safety miss, and now it's off to the races. And then with Jamal Rule, you see the physicality that he has in both his high school tape. You saw it a little bit in the spring, but he's got the vision that his one cut get up field is special, where that might be what you want in RB1, because he to me feels the most likely to find the hole even whenever, hey, D-line wins a rep. He hits the hole, picks up his 3 or 4 yards, despite the fact that's not a huge win from the offensive line. I think he might have the best ability there to do what you see those professional running backs do, which is even whenever it's not offensive line gets a hat on a hat and it's one-on-one with a safety, he still finds a way to get upfield and get 3 or 4 yards. Love that ability that he has. So again, they all bring something slightly different. If they can do the same things on the field, I think you have 3 running backs that, as Barthel said yesterday, I'd be confident in rolling out there and being the guy.
Yep. I think it's a good problem to have, having multiple running backs like that. Like, you could have a problem in the running back room where it's like, this guy's not ready, or, we can't play this guy on certain downs. Your problem in the running back room and trying to find a guy that has, or that you're going to establish as a number 1 is you have 3 talented guys. It's hard to distribute those carries and, just keep it to, the guys that you want.
I think this, like Elijah said, this will be a battle throughout the season. I think maybe not the first 4 or 5, maybe the entire season, right? My hope is that they don't run with hot hand, because we've done that a lot. I think in the running back room and a lot of other positions, you got to get rhythm created.
Yep.
And over time, it's like hoops.
Yep.
Right. You got to get rhythm created. You got to let them keep shooting, shoot their way out versus come sit, hot hand. Oh, you did good today. You're back in. Oh, I saw you the first 2 series. You're out. But I think the running back room needs to be consistent. And if it is, and if it is a battle throughout this season, if you're going Nelson, Mosey, Brule, then that balance should be exactly the way it should be. Right. And if it's game 2 or whatever it is, but get consistency built in them. That way they know going in, hey, I'm the guy today. But I think it will be a battle throughout the season. Is there a guy in the next 3 you're more excited about? You got Ives there. We've seen Ives, right? Kind of more your bruiser back, your protection guy. But then you got Connor Booth. He ran for 3,000 yards in high school.
Shout out Wahoo.
Bishop Newman, 3,000. And then Genetone, 4.4 speed. There's a very talented group in the next 3.
Genetone's pretty built too.
Woo!
Well, I'm curious. You saw how they used Ives against Utah in the bowl game as a short yardage back, which after seeing that, I was like, why didn't you have this all year long? But I'm curious, Ives and Genatone, you'd think would kind of be battling for who can be at short yardage back. Genatone, I'm really excited to see, can he build some momentum as a special teams guy that leads to carries on the field, carries in short yardage situations. And yet Connor Booth, one of those guys that you think of old, that, no offense, Wahoo, but it's a smaller town.
He's your development guy, right? Let's just put out the he's your development guy for the future.
Those small town Nebraska guys that it means more to have the N on the side of the helmet.
Oh, yeah.
That they come in and you get 110% effort every single day, because it's one of those guys where it does mean more to play for the University of Nebraska than it would to be anywhere else.
Yep.
Kind of one of those guys that reminds you of old. What can he bring to this room? How close is he to being a guy that can contribute on the field? I mean, that's a guy I'm expecting come second half of Ohio, Bowling Green, North Dakota. We'll be seeing Connor Booth get some good carries. I'm really excited.
But for any development guy out of Bishop Newman, right? Not saying it's not, but that there's development there. There's already, I would say, the 5 guys are ahead of him right now, just based on what you hear, what you see. There's definitely a top 3. And again, you're right. You've got the greatest thing now is that you have 5 for 5. You can get these guys in and not have to worry about it. And that's what hope is. I was going to ask you that too, because we talked about the first few games, first 3 games. How important, like when you guys were playing, you didn't take any game for granted.
Nope.
But did you guys as starters think about your 2 deep and 3 deep? Like, boys, we can dominate tonight because I got it. We need to get our backups in to develop, because I think that's important for Nebraska football. The first 3 games.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Because you got a ton of transfers. You got a ton of guys in the 2 deep. Just for development, did you guys think about that? Like, I mean, who was your backup?
Clifford Scales.
Did you think about, hey, man, maybe I had to get Cliff in some minutes, like at the back half of a game?
Yeah, he was a freshman.
Well, that way, because if you got in foul trouble or whatever, Cliff's got to come play.
And we also had Rodney Curtis there that was a backup and a potential starter until his accident. But in those preseason games, you go in there and blow them out in the first half and give these young guys the opportunity to come in and get some experience at that level, and see how they just blend in with the second team and see if they can hold course and without having to bring us back in the game and things of that sort. So you did look for them, because practice was practice, but to see these kids play, but to see these kids play in the game, was a lot different than what you saw in practice. And you got fans, because people don't realize when you're practicing, you're in the gym by yourself, and just like the football team, they're in that field by themselves. And then they may imitate crowd noise, through speakers, what have you. But when you see fans out there, it's a whole different ball game. And that's the same way in any sport. You perform differently in front of folks, and that's going to be important at these early games. To your point, that these Nebraska kids get the opportunity in the second half just to see how it is to play in front of a sold-out crowd, which it will be.
Hopefully.
It will be. Well, maybe not based on how we play the first half. And how
we'll see. There are risers and fallers in front of crowds.
Oh, absolutely.
The story I always remember hearing was folks that played with Tim Tebow in Denver whenever he was with the Broncos said that guy was a horrible quarterback at practice. Didn't think he'd be worth anything. But then Kyle Orton sucks, so they put in Tim Tebow. What does Tim Tebow do? He's a gamer. He would turn it on whenever he was in front of a crowd with a different opponent in front of him. Dude couldn't hit the broadside of a barn throwing the football in practice, but get him out there in the game, and what's he doing? He's leading all these fourth quarter comebacks. He's going and winning football games. He's a gamer. There are just guys that whenever you put them out there against a real opponent in front of a crowd, a switch flips in their head where they turn it on, and they are better than you've ever seen in a practice field before.
Test takers. They're good test takers.
Oh, yeah. And there's a lot of folks, and we've talked about my situation, and guys are just performing in practice unstoppable. And then when that popcorn's popping, when you got fans, 15, 16,000 fans watching you play, that's a different feeling, and that you perform differently. And which I was decent in practice. I practice hard, but when I got in the game, it's game on, let's go, and let's play. And that's the way it was back then. It's the same way. It's the same way in any sport, because you have your tough practice players and you have your gamers, and it's always. Then you have Michael Jordan, who said that his practices were tougher and he was better in practice than the games, if you can believe that. and the Kobe's of the world, and you think about that, and that's the way it is. And then other players getting opportunities, that's the key, because you don't know if there's going to be an injury down the road. You can't have a person playing, well, football wise, that'll be 60 minutes, and basketball 40 minutes in college. You can't have a person playing 39, 40 minutes without this backup getting, some experience or what have you. So it's going to happen. And I hope this year, we have a great start against Ohio and see what happens and see if the line holds up defensively and offensively. We talk about these running backs, but again, unless we have a line that's going to open up holes, we have a quarterback that's going to be a threat, which I think we do. But, everything's on paper right now. So I guess, we'll see what happens when that game, when they blow that whistle and they get that first hit. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Ty says, yes, run the damn ball.
Yeah.
The lines of scrimmage, look around the Big Ten, they set the floor of what your team can be.
Oh, yeah.
The teams that have great lines of scrimmage play, there's a reason Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin of old always felt like they were getting at 8-9 wins because they had great lines of scrimmage, and that sets the floor of what your team can be. It's those skill position guys that then kind of elevate your ceiling. Teams that have great skill position players and a fantastic line. I mean, that's your Michigan a couple years ago. They're going to win the national championship. Their skill position players were all right, but look at how many of their skill position guys, like good for college football, but didn't make it in the NFL. Their lines of scrimmage were fantastic, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's what set the floor for their team. And then, hey, you only needed to get 10 completions from J.J. McCarthy because your offensive line is opening up holes that allow Blake Corum to go for 200 yards.
Yep. And he's got his quarterback position taken from him. So.
He's terrible. That's a bad quarterback. I'm surprised NFL teams didn't look more at Michigan and be like, why'd they only let this guy throw the ball 12 times a game?
Weird. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, let's take our final break of the first hour. We'll come back. Boy, the Big Ten put their foot down, didn't they? The SEC's like, well, they're leading the way. We better do it too. Talk about that when we return.
Lane Kiffin.
and Will Wade.
This is not surprising.
Yeah.
LSU is the grossest institution.
I know
it. Kiffin pushes back. I love it.
Yeah. Well, they shouldn't have went to the NFL.
I took a picture.
So I wonder in the case of Tommy Castellanos for Texas Tech, where he went into the NFL draft, got didn't get drafted, and then tried out for mini camps and stuff, how that's gonna work.
Well, they said if you don't withdraw, bless you. My goodness.
That scared
I
me.
don't know where that one came from.
He's allergic to pro players coming back to college.
That might throw my shoulder out.
Like if you don't withdraw, so even if you go undrafted, but you still keep your name in the NFL draft, you're ineligible.
Yep. I got to look for it.
So that's the main one that's going to keep most guys out. And then there are guys that aren't involved in the draft. Even if you go and sign a contract to go be at a mini camp, you're also going to be.
Well, I guess
Here's the SEC.
that is Big 12 too. Has Big 12 come out and said anything about this?
Nobody
yet?
cares about them. I'm kidding. No, they haven't yet. Well, I think you'll get some stuff today. Big 12, ACC are going to fall in line at some point.
We already know Texas Tech doesn't care. As soon as this was a thing, they were going to put their names in this hat.
Hey, big day for both our baseball teams yesterday.
Yeah, gosh, the Red Sox love calling them the cardiac Red Sox. They love
Duran goes 0 for 4 and hits a grand slam in the 11th, right? 11th.
Jarren Duran finally does something.
And the Royals won again.
Oh,
they're hot.
They're hot, but they're still like what?
Still like 0.01% chance to make the postseason.
My Braves,
like 9 in a row.
Braves yesterday.
I think it's 10 in a row for the Royals now, isn't it?
Braves got the Dodgers.
Yeah, they got to Glasnow early.
That was crazy. They were up 3-0, and then it was 3-3, and nothing going on. And then the Braves executed the leadoff double by Olsen, got him in. And I don't know if you watched this, but last night in the ninth, Dodgers stranded a leadoff triple.
Yeah, I did see that.
And the Braves got it.
And that's Johnny's team now. Be careful.
I'm a Braves
fan.
I'm a Braves fan.
No, he's the Dodgers fan.
Sorry.
Dodgers.
Evil Empire.
He's going to give you the evil eye when next time we see you.
Notice how like the national media is kind of sweeping this whole Dodgers TV media rights thing, and now they're being sold, and everyone's kind of sweeping that under the rug.
It's coming.
No one's talking about how dirty the Dodgers are.
You hear that, Johnny? You hear that, Johnny?
Yeah.
Johnny, you can type those fingers and type in the stream. I know you're hanging out with us. Did you get a meal last night? Oh, here we go. Lose somebody. You got to watch this movie. 925. Welcome back in the morning hookup.
Does anyone actually work 9 to 5 anymore?
Nope.
It feels like everyone's like 8 to 5:30.
I don't even know what it is. It's whatever you feel like it is.
It's corporate America. We need to squeeze more hours out of these working
Listen,
folks.
you know what I'm doing right now? I'm trying to get something else open right now. I've seen 7 to 1s, 7 to 2s, 8 to 3s. They just kind of whatever you want. Whatever makes you feel good about working. You just do that these days.
38 years and
You ever
2
said
months
something?
for me.
I just felt like a coach.
Was it? Is it 9 to 5 for you?
No,
Can't be.
no, it's technically 8 to 4:30.
8 to 4:30K.
8 to 4:30. However,
Because you gotta get
always
always
a little
on.
extra.
You're always on.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get that extra 30 minutes in because it's not going to pay for your lunch break.
This is what you need. This is what you need. Maybe
Well,
we'll get to
I'm
this
in
a minute.
management though, so I'm not time card.
Ooh.
Hey, this is what you need. I sent this to my friend who's an agent here in town. Yeah, how does this happen? Let me find it. Sorry, I should have had this ready. I knew you were coming. I sent this to her yesterday. I said, "Hey, hope all is well."
Did you
I
say it
said,
like that?
Yep, I
All
did.
caps. Hey.
I do. You know, my text always sound like, "Hey." For some reason,
Yeah,
I
that's
adopted
true.
the "hey." Oddly enough, I was on ESPN.com, and I'm like, "What are you trying to tell me?" Look at the banner.
That is awesome.
That's her.
Wait, I didn't see who is that?
She's here in town. You know her?
I know her face.
She's here in town.
Yeah.
So this popped up. This ad popped up.
Mm.
This lady, phenomenal
Yeah.
individual. Like her son played baseball with my son. I'm like, she goes, and all she's text back was, "I'm watching you." I'm like, thanks.
That's awesome.
Speaking of being watched, we got some time. How much time we have left?
4 minutes.
4 minutes. All right. Big Ten.
Did I nail it? No.
2.5.
Oh man. Well, maybe we'll get this in the second hour because I want to talk. We gotta dig into this NFL, the prerequisites, what you can and cannot do these days. The injunctions are still going. We'll get to. We're going to talk about. I know. What rule are we even calling this? Whatever. The Big Ten passed a rule barring NFL players from returning to their conference. The SEC said, "Wait a minute. I guess we better do that too." The SEC, and we'll get to what we'll do is we'll lay out the parameters. The SEC put out a thing that said that, and then also what the punishments can be if this happens. So you could probably still do it. It's like you could do it, but there's punishments.
What's more fascinating about this to me is this is the first big time case of conference self-governance.
They're like, you know what? If you're not going to help us,
I know you also had the Big 12 kind of put pressure on Texas Tech with the Sorsby situation.
Mhm.
This is the first one where it's the conferences, the Big 10, the SEC specifically, stepping up and saying, this ain't right. There's nothing the NCAA can do because they've already got this injunction against them in court. We're going to step up and we're going to pass the rule for our members. And hey, it's not an NCAA rule, but if you're going to be a member of the Big 10 conference, you can't do this.
Yeah.
It's what the future of college sports is, where the conferences are the ones that have the power to step up and make rules that are enforceable.
I like the fact that it's a rule that's put in place to make the kids think about their futures. I can look if we'll look at both sides, Big Ten, SEC, but the SEC is you could see it where it's like if this, then this. It just can't.
Well, the SEC,
Like there's stuff laid out now. The rules mean something sometimes or not. I don't know.
Well, the
Because right now
problem
there's
is-
injunctions right now. Right now they're hanging out hope. So right. Is now there's an injunction saying, yes, you can still return.
Yeah, these players can still return, but the Big 10 schools just can't take them.
Can't take 'em.
So it's the conferences saying we don't want to deal with this. We're going to put our own rules in place.
Yep.
I think it's going to be more enforceable. We'll see if there's any sort of court cases that come down, but
Yep.
I don't think the courts have any jurisdiction over the
Nope.
Big 10 or the SEC.
So we'll get to that. We'll talk some hoops with Henry T. Also, maybe talk a little golf. That and a whole lot more. Sit back, relax. We'll be right back.
Cheese. Let's get cheese. Cheese, cheese, cheese. Hola. Quiero una oveja. Pequeñita.
¿Una oveja pequeñita?
Sí.
Bueno, pues tengo como 20.
Oh, no. Oh, but they're cute.
Don't let your Spanish fool you. Avoid bringing home the farm with Babbel, the award-winning language learning app.
Can you make us some cheese, please? Oh, cheese. You're not cheese.
Practice with Babbel's guided conversations based on real situations. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will have you speaking conversationally in as little as 3 weeks.
Yes. Oh, you're so sweet.
Get up to 50% off on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's 50% off at BABBEL.com.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates. And save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use it directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So sales stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Craig from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling on it.
The dad joke. Corny, grown-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off for school? Bye, son.
So take a moment to make your kid laugh, because dad jokes rule. Make your kid laugh today. Go to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Lincoln's local news, talk, sports, and weather station. FM 101.5, 1240 AM, KFOR, and KFRX HD3, Lincoln.
From ABC News, I'm Wayne Cabot. Breaking news of a settlement by Meta to turn off Facebook and Instagram access to kids under 18 after 2 hours a day. 1 hour if competitors go along, meaning you might be seeing more of your kids' faces, not buried in their screens. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze says the impact of the settlement with the states could be far-reaching.
This is not just Instagram and Facebook. We have also seen similar cases against TikTok,
Snapchat, YouTube, and the acknowledgement that these lawsuits have been targeting the design of these apps. It's not about the content that's on there. This has really been a different legal approach that we've seen states and also individuals to take on these companies, going after specifically those design features, and now this acknowledgement from the companies that those features might change.
Other agreements: no displays of likes or reactions to kids under 18, no cosmetic filters that change faces and bodies, no notifications after 10 p.m. school days. And Florida is not part of this. The Attorney General there saying it's a weak payoff attempt by Meta. 25 states are suing the U.S. Postal Service, challenging its new rule that would let it regulate mail-in voting. A flood caused by reasons still not clear has hundreds missing in a tourist area of Nepal. ABC's Lama Hassan.
We spoke to a Nepalese tour company that confirmed 3 Americans are missing right now after a massive flash flood triggered a mudslide sweeping through parts of Nepal. The flood was so powerful, so destructive, it washed away everything in its path, villages and damaging roads. The flood hitting early on Wednesday morning just north of Nepal's capital, Kathmandu.
The early death toll, 70. The Commerce Department reports prices rose in July 3.7% from the year before. Despite that report, President Trump saying on Glenn Beck, prices are coming down, once again blasting affordability as a hoax devised by Democrats. You're listening to ABC News.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
Update from the Attorney General's office in an ongoing case. Good morning, I'm Jeff Moat. Some sunshine, 74 degrees at KFOR. Nebraska Attorney General Mike Kildress held a news conference here earlier this morning regarding a major update in a big tech case. We'll have that report coming up in later newscasts each hour today on KFOR and online at KFORnow.com. It was confirmed Tuesday by the Lancaster County Health Department that there are now human cases of West Nile virus in the county, which is spread through the bite of an infected mosquito. Already this summer, mosquitoes have tested positive for the virus throughout Lancaster County. Chris Schroeder is the health department's environmental health inspector and has some tips to prevent getting mosquito bites.
Make sure that you're using an EPA-registered insect repellent. Limit your time outdoors at dusk and dawn when mosquitoes are most active. And also wear long sleeve shirts, pants, shoes, and socks when you're out.
And a reminder that most people who become infected with West Nile virus do not feel sick. You can read more about this up at KFORnow.com. A Lancaster County judge has ruled that a Lincoln woman who ran down and killed 2 men in late March 2023 at the Lodge Apartments near 40th and Nebraska Parkway will stay at the Lincoln Regional Center for continued treatment. Judge Ryan Post making the decision on Tuesday during a hearing for Taylor Bradley, adding that she's still dangerous to others and herself. Bradley was found not responsible by reason of insanity in the deaths of 45-year-old Ronald Gonzalez Rivas and 42-year-old Christopher Karmazine. Court records indicate Bradley was experiencing prominent delusions, a manic episode, and psychosis. And LTU says Havelock Avenue between 71st and 72nd Streets is closing today for lead service line replacement. Work should be done by next Thursday, September 3rd. The detour in the area is 70th Street to Cornhusker Highway or Adams Street to 84th Street. Access to homes in the area will be maintained. Sunshine today and a high around 87. I'm Jeff Moats, KFOR News.
Make plans to attend Brews at the Zoo Fall Festival, Friday, September 4th. Enjoy an evening of food, craft beer, and music at the Lincoln Children's Zoo, featuring seasonal brews from White Elm, Code Beer Company, Glacial Till, Stone Hollow, and more. Plus live music from Steady Wells and the Moore Brothers Band, a vendor market, and s'mores station. Brews at the Zoo Fall Festival, Friday, September 4th from 6 to 11 p.m. Find Brews at the Zoo at lincolnzoo.org for more info and to buy tickets.
The Legacy Retirement Communities invite you to enjoy the independence, comfort, and peace of mind they offer in their own special way at all of their locations. Connect with others, enjoy fabulous food, educational programs, fitness centers, and more. The Legacy communities are filled with movers and doers who embrace every stage of life, giving you the opportunity to live each day enriched and grateful. For a tour, call 402.
This is the Morning Hookup.
What was that? Welcome back to the Morning Hookup. Oh, there we go. I thought you had your spinners.
Yeah, was he mixing?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
That is a 5-yard penalty for false start.
The entire line.
My goodness.
Replay first down, 1st and 15.
Huh. All I did was click the mouse once, and these buttons are going crazy over
All you got to do sometimes click the mouse once.
Technology making me look bad. My goodness. It's okay. I'll take the 5 yards. That's on me.
We have now scheduled a performance review with YZ after the show.
Yes. We can't do it until after football season because his name is on a lot of Real Rib reaction shows, and he's also producing the football game tomorrow. High school football tomorrow.
I'm producing that.
Are you sure?
But can I tell y'all something real quick?
I saw the email.
I think it's me. I've been planning on it being me. If I get a day off, awesome.
It's going to have to be you.
Tomorrow, yeah. I'm just telling you, better talk to Mose. Tomorrow we've got right here at 6:50. Mochi on the play-by-play. It says, why is he on the board? So you guys want to talk about it.
It says Elijah on the whiteboard in there, and I've been planning on it all week long.
Just letting you know, communication came out.
Communication came out. Somebody's being replaced.
That just shows you I read it.
No, I'm 98% sure this one's me.
Tomorrow right here at 6:50, the Mochi and Elijah will be bringing you the opening Thursday night Lincoln East, Lincoln Northeast tomorrow. Football affair.
So you're gonna call football?
I'm producing football. What's I'm calling a couple of games this year. I better. Football's my favorite to call.
You're gonna be then the first Real Red reaction show on the Saturday the 5th.
That one's YZ producing.
That is YZ producing.
I'm gonna be at a wedding.
Moats and Chris Schmidt will bring you that first one.
First, I believe this is the first reaction show I've missed since 2021.
Wow. I don't have you on the first. I don't have you on the first slate of emails right here with you doing football yet.
Yeah, because I'm going to be celebrating the wedding of Graham and Aubrey. Really looking forward to that one.
Boy, are you going to be glad when wedding season's like over in your life?
Yeah, I have to
until it's yours.
I have to run and go pick up my tux is in for that wedding, so I got to go try.
So you're in the wedding?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
And then
he's at the level his friends are getting married. A lot of them, for 2 years running. Where like you and I, I have a wedding Friday. I don't go to weddings ever again, but this is like the girl that used to watch our kids.
Okay.
On the bright side, so I got two.
What?
I got 2 Saturday weddings in the fall. One I'm in, the other one I'm officiating.
Football Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Nebraska.
Both home games.
Oh.
I'm really looking forward to these weddings. I get to I'm officiating the wedding of my buddy Brock and his lovely bride Kate, and then I'm in the wedding for Graham and Aubrey. If there's a positive,
well, you're digging now.
The Ohio game is at 11 a.m.
Okay.
The wedding ceremony is not until 6.
Ooh.
Now we're gonna have some pictures before the ceremony, but it sounds like most of the pictures for the groomsmen are coming in between the wedding and then they want the sunset pictures.
They're like, it's halftime. Let's go.
They want the sunset pictures, so it'll be between the ceremony and the reception, which is fine because once that rolls around, you can crack the beer, get it partying, go in just a little bit. And from what I understand, both weddings open bars. Now I'm going to request that they roll the TV in so we can get the primetime football games on.
I mean, it's either that or you're bringing your AirPods.
Or I see people with those phones in there, making sure they don't miss a beat.
No, but on the bright side, the game's at 11, ceremony's late. We'll figure out the Maryland game is the other one where I'm officiating.
Is that in Lincoln?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the other game where I'm going to be officiating a wedding. First ever wedding officiant for Elijah Herbal. But I'm hoping that game is not at the same time as the ceremony. We'll figure that out.
Wow. But real quick, fellas,
but your show.
Let me say,
this is your hour.
One more thing is for the folks out there, I do weddings now.
What? This is your first. You haven't done one yet.
I'm gonna be there.
You have a website?
I should get one going. ElijahDoesWeddings.com.
Maybe I'll have you officiate my third.
Hashtag looking for love.
If you like the morning hookup, if you like the Average Joe Sports Show, if you think that goofball should come and do my wedding, I'm
your
I'm
guy.
open. I'm open to business. Cheap rates. If you have an open bar, it's cheaper.
That's awesome. No, I come here. My first night is always excited about my shepherd's pie. I'm always excited.
Okay, I knew we
licking chops.
I love a good shepherd's pie.
Oh,
you're on the airplane
and
going. Woo!
I know I couldn't wait to get to Shu's house. Susan, his beautiful wife, does a phenomenal job with shepherd's pie.
She does the business.
I walk in.
You don't smell shepherd's pie.
No, I don't smell shepherd's pie. She says, Shu thought it would be a good idea to make enchiladas. Now, to her defense, it was phenomenal. The chicken.
Okay, you heard that, Susan. They were amazing. If you're
yes,
listening.
they were. It was. Matter of fact, it was beef enchiladas.
Okay.
Actually, it
Oh,
was
so
phenomenal.
in today's day and age, that's pricey.
Yeah, but it was
they really
phenomenal.
did
It was
step their game
phenomenal.
up.
But Shu told a fib. He said that I wanted something different, which I did not. My lips were watering for this shepherd's pie, and that's what I'm used to having. And but it was she did well. So I'm not going to give him credit.
We tell Shu like what they say in Bull Durham. Don't think it can only hurt the ball club.
Exactly. He thought it was funny. And then he gets upset because he was going to make spaghetti today, so she's going to make shepherd's pie instead.
Again, we got a Husker legend Henry T. Buchanan in studio today.
Among all pies, where does shepherd's pie rank for you?
Well, hers is the best I've ever had.
I mean, do you put it above apple pie? Ooh, that's tough.
I got a sweet tooth.
I
That's
like
not
a
a fair question.
I like a good shepherd's pie.
I have a sweet tooth.
Like warm with a scoop of vanilla bean ice cream on the top.
Oh, vanilla ice cream on top of a hot apple pie. Oh, you can't. That's number one. You can't beat that. Oh, no, that's not a fair question for me because I have a sweet tooth. And so I refuse to answer.
I plead the fifth 100. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Moving on.
It's an interesting question. There's a lot of good pies out there. And it's whenever you think of shepherd's pie, it's so tough to put against apple pie because it's such different types of pies. I might put shepherd's pie above apple pie.
Ooh, yeah. Well, it's a tough one.
Pumpkin spice.
It's whatever you got a taste for because shepherd's pie is phenomenal.
You know what?
We're forgetting pumpkin pie here.
And pecan pie?
No, sweet potato pie, fella.
Nope.
Yeah.
Can't do it all.
Give me all of it.
Nope.
Give you all of it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd do a peach cobbler, but
I would say I was gonna go peach pie, very similar to a peach cobbler.
No, peach cobbler. That's
up there
with vanilla ice cream as well.
Yep. Can't stop that.
Oh yeah, that's.
Or how about like a strawberry rhubarb?
I'm down.
I'm down. Number one all time.
I'm down.
Strawberry rhubarb's up there.
I'm down. Teeth, talking about things that are different. Talk us through it right now because the boys are back. The boys are back. This is fall stuff now. The transition going from summer to fall. You guys did a lot of summer work.
Oh yeah.
What is the thought now? We're in fall stuff. Now we're in the lead up. I think they have 30 some odd practices now.
Yeah. I can't wait.
What's the difference? Because you're going to see them soon?
Oh yeah. I'm planning on, if they practice tomorrow, I plan on being there. If I would have flew in Monday, I would have been in practice Tuesday, but my flight was too light to catch practice yesterday.
What's the mood like though? Because it changes, right? It changes because summer, you get to know each other. You're moving along. Now we're really talking position battles.
Oh
yeah, competing now.
Now you're competing. During the summer, it's a lot of it's conditioning, learning the system, the culture, and things of that sort. And it's different than when we played because we didn't have the system they have in place. What they have now. Where they can kind of work out with the team all summer with the coaches and what have you. We are on our own, basically. We work 8 hours and during the summer and go play pickup ball where we can go find it or, Maple Leaf Hall or the rec center, the Vanny, if the floor was available. And then we had to fight with Angela Beck and her team on the floor time. So it was a little different for us. But we always was prepared when practice started, and ours basically started with conditioning. that's when the Morgan Gregory's and Sandman and all those to see us hopping up and down the dang on football stadium steps and things that sort. So it was at this time for us, it was conditioning. I'm sure they have a good, the conditioning program or what have you, but now you're in school and it's a couple of months away from the season and your first pre-conference game and exhibition games. First of all, do you have 2 of them this year?
Yes. So here's what I'll give you. Then we talked to Wash here. They got 30 practices over the next 42 days coming up, and it was either supposed to start today or tomorrow. They don't know.
Well, you better.
I'm sure you should know.
No, I haven't checked. I didn't want to because I'm. You know why I'm here. I'm here for the Team Jack function tomorrow night, and actually, Coach Hoiberg is the keynote speaker, so I'm here to support him and the Team Jack program. Deb Kelly, who is my ex-wife's aunt, who's part of that Team Jack Foundation and what have you, invited me, and so I decided to come and support that. And excuse to come in here and be with you guys.
You don't need an excuse to do that. You show up anytime.
Just show up anytime. So that's why I'm here. But I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys, because this is going to be different now because, like you said, you got freshmen who's trying to make a name for themselves that are very talented. And you got some transfer kids coming in from some programs where they were the man, Utah Valley State, San Diego State, and things of that sort. You got some big men coming in from Boston College, South Dakota State, so it's going to be different. It's going to be a different makeup. Then you got the, Connor, who's coming back off of injury, who's going to, he's going to be competing, for starting or which he's going to play, a guy that can shoot the ball the way he can. He's always a place for him. Kel Jacobson with his leadership coming back, and it's going to be interesting. But I love this team. Just what I've seen, just from the workouts that I saw the last time I was in town, and I'm like, I like what I saw. And these freshmen can flat out play, and the transfer portal and what we have. So this is going to be one of the most exciting teams that I think they've had. And it's going to be tough to beat last year, but when you got Price coming back and Frager, with Kel Jacobson and Connor and Leo, the kids who's played in the past. Henry Burke, who's also a walk-on and has a scholarship now, I do believe, who's been in that program all along, bringing the new faces along and teaching them about the Big Ten. Because let's face it, man, Big Ten is different. We don't want the Big Ten. We don't want NFL. I'm talking professional, but college football championship in both football and basketball. And, why you think SEC is doing what they're doing. Big Ten has surpassed them now on both levels when you talk football and basketball. And so why not bring back professional athletes? But anyway, that's neither here or there. But I think it's time to compete, fellas, and for starting roles and playing time.
What does you talked about some of the returners, guys like Cale Jacobson, Frager, Price, Sanford. Specifically with Frager and Sanford, guys that played really, really well last year. What does a step up look like for those guys? What does the next version of them look like, or what should it look like in your eyes if they are taking that next step and becoming better basketball players?
Well, of course, Price tested his waters in the NBA, so I'm sure the scouts or what have you, some of the teams just kind of told him some of the things he needs to work on. Which isn't a lot because he still has the fastest release I've ever seen. I know I argue with D Vic between him and Steph Curry.
Clay.
Well, he shoots more like Clay to me.
Yeah, he shoots like Clay.
But I think Steph's got the faster release to Clay, but he shoots more like Clay, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. I was just comparing them both. That's
but that release that when that Vandy coach talked about putting that shot in slow motion and timed it, it was less than a second when it touches his hand and it's gone and it's money. But it'd be interesting to see what the NBA scouts and teams told him that he needed to work on and to become a first rounder or what have you. Then you got Frager, he came into his own, redshirt freshman, and
he's the guy I'm maybe most fascinated about going into this year of what does the next step look like for him.
And me offensively, I think he's there. I think he needs to work a little bit more on the defensive side because, he got exposed a couple of times. I mean, he's a phenomenal athlete, so I don't think he's going to have any problem from a defensive standpoint, but just learning how to play defense, I think is going to be huge for him. But as far as his offensive skills, but both guys can can score at all three levels. You know, I mean, mid-range, three-pointers, getting to the bucket. And I think Price surprised a lot of folks. He has some really nice drives and post-ups. So he kind of showed his full package, and I think he has a little bit more to show. I think both him and Frager, I'll be excited to watch those two perform this year.
So you talk about the experience and I guess just how old this team is. If you look down this roster, 5th year, junior, 5th year, junior, senior, 5th year, senior. In your main guys that are playing, they all have experience in college basketball. Talk about, like, you know, how when you were a freshman, you weren't the same player you were when you were a senior.
Absolutely.
And so just having multiple guys like that will be huge to have all that experience on the floor at once.
Well, that's the luxury of this transfer portal. Excuse me. In addition to some of the former players that are that's on the team who knows the system, and you got these guys who were starters at their other universities and coming in and gelling with the team, and that's what makes it so much easier. And that's why I was so impressed with them last time I was in town, watching these guys practice and how they played. Even the freshmen playing above a what you consider a freshman, they were there competing with the upperclassmen and show that they belong. So I think with that experience, and that's what we're going to see in college sports, period, with the transfer, because we are getting the best. We're getting starters from other teams, whether it's mid majors or even high majors, to join in this program. And you have a coaching staff that knows what they're doing, and you have a former NBA coach that's coaching at this university that knows what it takes to get to the next level. And I do believe one of the players that came in said that the reason why they picked is because they know that he can get me to the next level because of his ability to coach talent and work on the things you need to work on to play at that next level. So I think with that experience and that, you know, and we're not going to be the only team in the country that's going to have the experience like we do, but we may be one of the oldest teams in college, definitely in the Big Ten, because a lot of these teams are rebuilding. Michigan has a new coach. A lot of these players went in. I think Illinois lost quite a few players, you know, so you look at these teams. Iowa lost their studs. So when you look at that and what they're replacing it with, everybody's in the same boat as Nebraska. But they don't have Frager and Price. You know, that's going to be the X factor that we have in advantage with the advantage that we're going to have with those two and the ability to score with Connor coming back. So I think we can match last year or surpass next year if we stay injury free and with this team. And I'm looking forward to seeing I can't wait to see them tomorrow.
You know, look at this squad, and obviously last year, not to compare, talk about the defensive side.
Yeah,
that's going to be this one.
Yeah,
for me, that question mark, because and I say that based on some of the dudes that set the tone. Because I think at the end of the day, I know it's a 5-out type offense. Most college teams want threes and dunks and layups, right?
Yep.
The mid-range is gone, but you still got to stop people.
Yep.
And I think more of Nate's deal will be, because we talk a lot about this team, they can all shoot.
Oh, yeah.
But can they defend?
Yep.
Can they defend when we need them to defend? Because and there's got to be a tone setter, and who that's going to be, because we don't know who set the tone last year, right?
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Yep. And that's
a kid from the intangible side. One day should have his name put up there for some odd. I mean, you're going to go, why is it up there?
Yep.
Right.
But you had to
Sam
see
Hoiberg.
Yes.
You had to see it.
But
I think defensively is where I'm going to go, man, you look at guys were 6'4" and above the entire roster. Will the athleticism be better? Will the length help us be better? And our big guys, can they protect the rim?
I say yes on all of those, except for we don't have Sam Hoiberg.
That's the
X factor.
Because I look at a guy like Taj.
Yeah.
Can Taj be that dog that sets the tone up top?
But
because I'm going, not you have to, but who's the guy that's going to be like screaming across the floor? I know Kale's there, screaming across the floor, taking a charge, or trying to stop a ball from going out of bounds. Because Sam told you last year, or Kale, which one it was, said, why do you dive for balls all the time? Because that's our team. That's what our fans become to love. and that's who we are.
Yeah.
We could be up by 30, and we're running and like we're jumping over the scores table.
Yeah. I say overall, athletic wise, I think we have the skill set to be defensively strong at all positions. We're more athletic in pretty much every position, taller, longer, linkier. And I think Nate's going to do a phenomenal job of blending those guys and their athletic ability and from a defensive standpoint, being able to put the pressure on teams even more so than we did last year, because it was mainly Sam was the one that's putting that pressure on folks. We're going to have multiple players who's going to be able to put the pressure on the team of the opponents. But we don't have Sam is, we're going to miss him a lot more than what we think, because he created havoc on that court. He changed momentums of games. Do we have that Sam on this team? I don't know.
Well, I don't think we have to.
What stood out to me was whenever guys took chances on the defensive end of the floor, Sam was such a smart defender that he covered for his teammates and allowed them to take chances. That's what made him special, is it felt like he knew that defense so well that he knew what his teammates were going to do in terms of taking chances, going and double teaming before they even did. And then he's running into passing lanes and he's kind of eliminating some of the shortcomings whenever a defender would take a chance and it didn't work out for him.
Well, and not only that, I mean, I think he was so good defensively and had so much heart that separated him from others. And it's more not being within the system. I think he created things outside the system, because of his knack to going to the ball, rebound and hustling and steals and things of that sort. That I don't know if we have. So hopefully we get that, this year.
You guys finally figure out who the special guest is.
Yeah, I don't think all that. He's special in a lot of ways.
Let's
He's very special. So let's do this. Let's take our first break. This fast-moving second hour, and we'll come back with more of the legend, Henry T. Buchanan. Yeah, that one ain't. That look at that thing.
Low.
When I turn on just you guys start talking about this year's team, I start salivating.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty excited.
I hope Kenny play defense.
That's still only going to be the
They got to play defense. Nate's got a challenge.
Yeah.
They won't let me down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just you.
He calls us a special guest. I'm like, who's a special guest? Can't tell you.
Special.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge.
It's like the size
that ain't
of an
gonna fit in
iPhone.
anyone's pocket.
It's like the size of an iPhone.
Yeah, they're making sure you actually wear it around your neck this year.
Yeah.
I love getting into the game and sticking my ID.
Sore neck by the
So y'all calling the game?
Yeah, that'll weigh you down.
Oh,
You
but
walk around with like Wayne and Garth and go like this.
by the way, Motzi, your email said Caleb was producing tomorrow night, but it's
I
me.
know.
Yeah. You
I read it.
You confused Hooksy.
I just
we
want
knew what was going on, but
I read the
No,
emails.
I mean, that's a mistake on my part, obviously. So.
we're good.
You know that I read the emails.
Studio beers today?
This has been here.
Missed out on studio beers?
This is sponsoring the Friday forecast on the Average Joe
We did that
Sports
for
Show
a
this
show
year.
One time and they let us do it, but they weren't too happy about it.
It was it was like a drunk driving campaign deal.
T.O. allow that?
What?
Coach Osborne let that
He
beer
ain't got no say so anymore.
Special edition. Look, it's got the black shirt logo.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
Got the big old N. Official beer sponsor of the University of Nebraska Athletics.
Boy, so you're gonna get a CLC just to put that on a beer can?
Get a what now?
Yeah.
That's 100%. Oh, that's 100% compliance.
Where'd you find those at?
They're at stores around town now.
Not in Gilbert.
But they'll have them at the stadium this year.
What's that?
They'll be inside the stadium this year, but
Oh,
I
that's
think
pretty
you can
awesome.
find them at grocery stores around right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding. That's pretty cool though. I was looking at that. I said, is that just a prop?
It is a prop for whenever we do the Friday forecast this year.
It's real.
Which we can.
It's a real beer, yeah, but it's not for drinking yet.
Have you guys talked at all, especially with him in here, with this whole 5 for 5 and about just ghosting Jamarcus?
That's yes.
It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, but it was gonna happen. That's the way it's gotta go.
You're full up from an NIL and roster point of view. You made decisions.
I don't.
Aren't
This
you around
isn't
15 now instead of 13.
This isn't a Nebraska problem or a college football. This is a NCAA problem.
It's more of a Jamarcus wants to get his value in likely his last year of basketball, and Nebraska does not have money to get him.
I figured he would be happy to just be playing.
I have heard not.
I've
heard he's gotten.
I've heard it's USC. Could be the landing spot. Good. Welcome back in the morning, Hookup. I can talk. We can play it as long as I'm talking a little bit. We won't get in trouble for letting it play too long. Wow. Listen to that. My goodness. Good stuff. Welcome back in. It's that time. We got to talk golf. Not PGA. We have an app update you played since the last time. But we can talk mono. Oh, by the way, I do need to send you.
I struggled a little bit.
I do need to send you. What a suck up T is. OMG. Spoiled baby. With a kissy emoji.
Shoot, he's been texting me during the whole show.
Spoiled baby. Sorry about your enchiladas.
That enchiladas were good. I couldn't complain. I was looking.
Shoot, don't worry. He made up for it. He's got about 4 honey buns. What else we got in that bag? You better hide your ice creams. Oh, we got ding dongs, ho-hos, Twinkies. Hey, hide the ice cream.
I've already had 2 ice cream sandwiches last night.
Ooh.
But they tricked me on the ice cream bar. They put almonds in it. I'm not an almond guy.
That's Shoe. He did that on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Hide the ice cream or the toilet paper. Which one you going?
Well, I tell you what, enchiladas, man. I was waking myself up all night, man, passing gas.
So tease that round to golf.
Are we live?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm back.
If you guys aren't watching the stream, T's reaction to "Are we live?" is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I didn't say. It's too late to hit the dump button. Unfortunately, that one has broadcasted into the cross-linking.
I did say welcome back in the morning hookup.
Oh man,
I missed that.
Yeah, we know.
We all might be. Oh, you know what? I'm really concerned tomorrow.
Okay, what was that question?
I don't know, but I'm gonna walk. There's a guarantee. Almost when I walk in tomorrow and try to use this, it don't work. You know what? I'm gonna leave it in the boss man. I'm gonna say, sorry, boss man.
Oh,
you can have this. You can have this.
Well, man, moving
right. Husker legend Henry T. Buchanan loves enchiladas. Hey, we should jump into this real quick. Let's talk. Real talk. Here we go. College football. As you saw the documented story of players getting waived in the NFL, trying to make their way back into college because they got the 5th year, the 5-for-5. They got a chance. Big Ten spoke up first. Big Ten set their foot down, and good for them as the Big Ten conference announced Tuesday after a unanimous adoption of a conference rule to prohibit football players who have signed a professional contract, were on a professional roster at any point, or declared for the draft as an underclassman without withdrawing from maintaining eligibility from athletic competition at a conference institution, end quote from the conference.
SEC trying to play catch up.
SEC, by the way, they saw the Big Ten.
Yeah.
They came out and said, here it is. And the following meetings, they got a meeting too. Number one, previously declared for the NFL. So they went further. So I think the Big Ten covers this too, but this goes to all levels, NFL, NBA, or WNBA draft, and did not appropriately withdraw, not eligible to come back. Signed a contract with the NFL and all the other leagues can't come back. Been listed on NFL, other leagues can't come back. The commissioner is authorized to enforce this expectation without penalties against member institutions. I think the bigger thing here, probably you mentioned this, is conferences standing up for their conference.
Yeah.
This isn't. I mean, again, yeah, it's the players, it's all, but the conferences are
Well,
standing up for themselves.
Is it the players? There's reports coming out last night that Lane Kiffin is the one contacting these guys in the NFL saying, hey, start a lawsuit here against the NCAA so we can get this injunction. We can get you back to LSU. So you could say, yeah, it's the players, but the reports are saying that Lane Kiffin is instigating this.
I'm not surprised if that's the case.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised he's the one that he called out or texted about Mr. Wright. Hey, because Lane told you yesterday, pretty much in his statement, those are kids I can recruit. Transfer portal, freshmen, seniors at a high school I can recruit. That's a legit recruitments, right? But Lane's telling you that's another level of recruiting that he can get into. And again, he's yesterday he wasn't wrong. Yesterday he wasn't off base.
Yeah.
Correct? It's dirty. But yesterday he wasn't off base. Now the two conferences said, we're done dealing. And I think the Big Ten, again, reading it, they proposed penalties against the coach. Correct? I think as you read their things, I think they proposed penalties against a coach.
Yeah, it was Andy Staples had the list. Let me get this pulled up of the potential sanctions. Full latitude to punish a school that violates from suspension, from competition, fines, game forfeitures, all on the table. So full latitude. SEC commissioner can punish as he sees fit, but everything is on the table for Greg Sankey should LSU go try to play some of these guys this year.
He could say, this is what we're doing.
He could sit back and he could suspend Lane and forfeit any games that these guys were to play in, which I think would probably be likely.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. I think the big deal is, like I said, the conferences are having to do this themselves. The Big Ten immediately heard this and said, time out. We're not doing this. And then
bring Mendoza back.
Well, this is the new era of college sports. This is back in hour one. That whenever the NCAA is so toothless, where any rule that they put forth just gets struck down by a judge, a favorable judge, we should say.
Well, they made it bad.
Put the injunction in. The conferences can step up and they can make any rules for their member institutions that they so choose.
Yeah.
And the difference being that there's better avenues to punishment from these conferences, and the conferences are willingly members of their conferences. And every single school gets to go vote on these rules. Apparently, what's shocking to me was that the SEC voted 16-0 yesterday to approve this rule change. LSU didn't even vote for it. Now, part of me probably thinks LSU was last in line to vote, and they saw 14 other votes or 15 other votes against it and went, okay.
Sustained. We lost.
We lost.
Now, hey, you got to get up, man. We got to get a lawsuit going.
But think about where NCAA is at, going back to Eric Dickerson back at SMU, with the money exchanges and things that sort of with the transfer portal, that we got NIL, what we have now, that's in the game, that's changing collegiate sports across the board, and how that's impacting the finances. And you would think the NIL would keep these players that's putting their name in the draft, that wants to come back, that you can make just as much money sticking in with your university than you would as a rookie salary. But I think the fact that you're in the NFL, NBA is more attractive than anything. So I don't know.
I think in hoping this rule with the perimeter set in place will help kids make better decisions, knowing that this is the way it goes, this is the way it is. There's something within it that's concrete. You can't go, well, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
What about this one?
Or like Price did, go test the water.
He tested it. He has to Price again, but that all goes back to the Price situation, the team around him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So many times after so many things. And again, it's a blanket statement. How many times have you seen or heard these kids be given bad information?
Oh yeah.
Bad things, because over the course of it, there's probably people giving you bad advice for their benefit, not yours.
Yep.
Who do we have?
We got Greg from Michigan on the line.
Greg from Michigan. Happy hump day.
Yeah, man. Hey, how's everybody doing?
Great, man. Thanks for asking. Appreciate you.
Hey, I'm calling from Clarkson, Michigan, home of Rocco Spindler. I'm working at a golf course. And I know you moved on from basketball, but this is a Fred Hoiberg story. 2 games ago at Michigan State, you know the I-zone, right? It's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a guy I work with here at the golf course who's now gone back to college, him and his buddies were, let's say they were a little juiced on some pops that they had snuck in. And they were sitting behind the bench, Nebraska's bench, and it was a blowout. And at the end of the game, Fred Hoiberg got in this kid's face. His name's Ben. I won't give you the last name. And told him to quit being a expletive donkey, if you know what I mean. And I had new respect for Fred Hoiberg. Because, you know how the I-zone is, and he got right in there. And I'm like, this guy comes across as meek and mild, and he is a frickin' competitor.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So thought you'd like that story.
That's an awesome story. Thanks, Greg, man. We appreciate it.
Have a great day.
Awesome. You too, my friend.
You have any stories of the Antlers at Mizzou?
Oh,
PG.
Yes, they were hardcore. I could even tell you, even prior to me, that Andre Smith, our first all-conference player of the year, went into the stands after them, after the Antlers. And year before I signed it, came to Nebraska, I think Jeff Greer for Iowa State went up into the stands. I just remember what they did to my backcourt mate, Brian Carr. They called him the night before, and they said they were the Columbian Tribune or what have you. So they're asking him all these questions from growing up as a kid.
Oh, they're getting ammo.
Yeah, so he's thinking this is legit. So
he's like, guys, they called me.
So
they called me. When they call you?
Yeah, so we fly to we land in Mizzou, Columbia. So we're catch a bus to the arena. So we get there. All these fans are out here with these signs and caricatures of Bryant, of any personality, because he said, I'll have these different personalities, whatever. But everything that he answered, he gave them. They had a poster of it. And I'm not going to say what they were calling his spouse at the time. It was awful. It was so bad that when we got in the locker room, BC was in tears.
Oh boy.
I mean, that's how bad these guys were. And I remember Pete Manning used to wear gold chains. So these Antlers had these big old chains on, trying to, imitate Pete Manning at the time. And they were rough, and they're calling you every name in the book. They were ripping on our coach. They didn't mess with me for some reason. And I'm the one that was talking trash to him after beating them the game before, which was my senior year. So I guess
they didn't want to wake you up.
Yeah, but they got on Pete Manning though. But no, that was my experience. It was one of those things like, really. But Coach Nee didn't even care. But it affected Brian and the way he played. And of course I'm from Muncie. We grew up in the same hometown, and then I'm feeling for him. We both sucked that game, and they ended up beating us. And but I got them back the following year, and so that's history. But the Antlers probably the worst fraternity fans I've ever seen, ever. They're bad.
It probably hasn't changed.
I heard that
they're some of the worst fans.
Well, Storm and Norm Stewart used to encourage them to do it. He used to encourage that crap. I think they're still around, but I think there's been rules put in place on how far you go against the opponents and what have you, from what I understand. But I guess here's my take. If that was Nebraska fans, of course, T.O. wouldn't allow that at the time in our ADs. But if we did, as a player, if you can get any advantage of your opponent, why not? From a fan standpoint. Because you remember that Duke game, was it North Carolina Duke, when the guy was in the back?
Oh yeah, in his skivvies.
Yep. I mean, that's fans. I mean, they want to win just as much as the players, and that's just part of the game. But Antlers was at a whole nother level.
Well, there's a line to fandom.
Yeah,
there's a line.
Yeah, and they crossed it. They crossed it on a consistent basis with any and every team, no matter what it took.
Is there a part of you, because I've said this before, maybe it's more football than anything, like, is there a part of Nebraska that's, again, it's Nebraska nice, that's too nice? Have you ever, I think about football a lot. Basketball, I think we've created, volleyball created home court advantages.
Oh yeah,
right.
Basketball's got, I don't want to say an angry fan base, but it's more
they'll drop
abrasive than the other fan base.
Oh boy, they'll drop the BS chance in a heartbeat at basketball.
And our fans were phenomenal back then at the Devaney, but they were sitting on the floor. They were right into action. They weren't up. They were right there on top of you, and they were rowdy.
There's just an environment created, I can think back. I've tried to go through the history of me going to Nebraska football, like since 01, and it's probably a handful of times where I really felt there was a home field advantage at Memorial Stadium.
But back in our era, the black shirts created that.
Yes.
I mean, they were that dominant.
The
back
product
then.
created that.
Yeah, exactly. And
the product right now has not created that.
And the toughness. I saw a story that Aaron Taylor? And it was Matt Davison telling this story in an interview as a freshman. And they were on their way to Missouri for a game, and they're on the bus. And I think he asked the question, "Are we going to win?" And the player, I think it was Aaron Taylor, grabbed him. No, it was Chris. Chad.
Kelsey.
It was Chris Kelsey grabbed him and had him against the deal. Don't you ever think like that? I mean, their mentality back then was just different. They, especially from an offensive standpoint, and I know I've talked about this, and I know Morgan Gregory talked about this last week, is every interview that I saw with all these former football players, even golfing with Jason Peter, is toughness. Mm-hmm. That word sticks out. Those guys were just tough. On offense and defense.
And off the field.
Yes, tough. And I can tell y'all some stories about some of the football players and, Keith Newbert and all them, and
that's a full podcast off air.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we got to get Keith back on.
We will. Before we go to break, Snit says, boy, that's a great point. We'll have to let him hear it in KC in December. We get Mizzou in KC.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's take our final break. Come back with stories we missed and a whole lot more with the legend, Henry T. Buchanan.
Sit down, Norm.
Yes.
To try.
And the fans was right on us.
Because Norm was, he was intense, and we tried to get him technicals. I think he and Bobby Orr were pretty intense.
Yep. Johnny Orr. Yep.
It started probably back because when Missouri got good there in '82 with Steve Spavanovich and Sunvolt and all that. That's where, and then they just. And
then Band-Aid Man is the all-time leading scorer.
Chivas?
Yes. I can bring him. I talk to him every day. We text each other every day.
You had him on the show, haven't you?
Yes, I did have him on.
Yeah.
I did have him on.
You're going hiccups now?
Yep.
All right.
Trying to get rid of.
All those enchiladas.
Man, I'm so embarrassed.
Why? That was good stuff.
He said past gas.
No.
You said past gas.
No, I said passing. I said waking me up passing gas.
Yeah.
God, and I'm sitting here lying.
Went to the doctor, and I'm pretty regular. I'm at 7 a.m. every morning.
You got to take enchiladas off the menu. You got to take enchiladas off the menu, shoot.
Man, I cannot believe I was.
That's amazing.
No,
that's good radio.
No, because it was kind of quiet.
We're getting to know who you are for real.
Snip that to the best of montage.
Yep.
We might need to.
We're gonna replay that every Wednesday. That's a new part of the Henry T. rejoin.
Then when y'all said we were live, oh man, I could have just crawled in a hole.
I'm sure your boys they might not have heard that.
No, they probably missed it. Schubin texted me, so I know he probably heard it.
That's a crazy story.
Yeah, but I did struggle on the golf course last Sunday. My goal is to break 40, and it wasn't good. I had one par, but all doubles and bogeys.
A scramble on Sunday. Felt good.
Can we break your swing back up?
Uh-oh.
It's on there. It's great.
Watch on the stream here.
It's on the stream. It's coming up right now. I know. Let me get back to the stream so I can see it again.
Oh, actually, I need to.
We get the breakdown.
Bowling.
Flood Extend says he remembers yelling, "Sit down, Norm." Good times.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What's this thing that
we got here? We got some time here.
Yeah.
First.
This is your swing?
First bowling.
Oh, bowling.
You have a bowling video of you?
No way.
We gotta see this.
It's not a strike, unfortunately.
No, you let it hang out.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a nice looking curve.
She can't. she
That's
was
a
hanging
nice
out.
looking curve.
Thank you.
Problem is you're not wearing your shirt.
The stories we miss. The Morning Hookup.
Back. Ooh, my bad. Welcome back in the Morning Hookup. A few moments left as we will jump into some stories. But right now, if you're on the stream, we're getting a bowling exhibition. Can we build that again? So what you guys think? We should bring Mr. Rule on, see what he thinks. We could compare it side by side. Look at that. You got it out there. Spin.
Do you just hold the ball up? You don't
You
use
got
the
two
hold?
hands. You got two.
I use 2 fingers.
Okay,
That's it.
I couldn't tell. Okay.
Pretty solid.
It's a nice looking ball.
Look at that thing. It was late. That's a late break.
I'm trying. There's a proper angle. You're trying to get into that pocket there to get the best pin action.
I don't know anything about that.
But you have more chance of picking up that split than you would if just
7-10.
Yeah.
You brutal just
Yeah.
7-10. That one you got to kind of like hug it down line. It's
Yeah.
still really tough to pick up.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this. Like this record, they set a club. You see the Cubs in the last 3 games. It said they set a club record. They scored 30 unanswered runs in the last 3 games. Their 30th unanswered run over 3 games, breaking their previous record of 29 in 1969.
Wow.
They started the streak on Sunday. They fell behind 2-0, and then they went on to win 19-2. Then they blanked the Diamondbacks 7-0. And then they scored 3 runs in the 8th inning and eventually rallied to a 5-4 win. 30 unanswered runs. Seems like that'd be like a major league record, not a club record.
You don't watch the Rockies play enough. I'm sure the Rockies have that record.
30 unanswered, silly.
Unanswered.
30 unanswered, silly. Boy, did you see the exchange the other day? Who was it? What team? The stealing of the signs thing?
It was the Cubs and the Diamondbacks.
Oh,
yeah, they were going at it pretty good because it was the third base coach that was relaying signs to the batters, and the Diamondbacks did not like that.
No way.
Really?
There's a good video of it there.
Good John Boy video.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, my Reds were there last week. I was going to go to the game. I'm like, nah, we just not doing it again.
No, but
I think they were just asking each other what time they were meeting for dinner.
That's it. You pay. No, you pay.
Was that Houston? Who was that got caught cheating in the World Series?
the Astros.
The Trastros.
Allegedly cheating.
Allegedly.
No, they were cheating.
You ever say that's about as bad as the Spygate?
Tour championship tomorrow. Good pairings. I love this park. There's only 15 tee times.
Yeah.
That's it. Starts at 11 a.m. tomorrow, goes till 2 p.m.
When does Shooter McGavin tee off?
Shooter McGavin.
He'll hit the ceremonial tee shot.
The Tour Championship.
There's some good ones out there, boy. Just some good stories.
When's
out there as
Shefty?
well.
When's Shefty?
He's last. They'll go at 2 p.m. It goes in order. All the way through.
One to 30.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way 29 and 30. So he'll go off Scheffler and Matt Fitzpatrick, 2 o'clock tomorrow. I don't even know who the odds are right now. It's got to be Scotty. But this is a new one because it's like everybody, whoever wins the tournament wins the thing. That's it. How it goes now. So it's something to watch. So Ryan Fox is your number 30. If you win it, you win, I think, is it 10 million or 20 million? It's a $20 million purse. Scotty Scheffler got his bonus the other day, too.
He's so good.
For finishing number 1 in the FedEx. Any guesses of what his bonus was?
What was it?
Because they bonused you all the way down.
You already said it, 20, 30 million.
That's just for winning this weekend.
This weekend.
Oh, okay. What was his bonus?
His bonus was it 23 million?
Yeah.
$23 million. 22 he gets up front. 1 million goes to a deferred comp pension plan.
Yeah. Man, I picked the wrong score.
Also the greatest stat ever out there.
I've seen your scores. You didn't pick the wrong
Also
score.
one of the better to show you how dominant he is right now. The gap between him and Rory is bigger than Rory in number 5,000.
Really?
That's how wide the margin is for number 1 in the world right now.
So McElroy's number 2?
By a long shot.
Really?
Like it takes forever. Now, He's going to be there for a long time.
Yes,
but will it be 642 weeks, which is what Tiger spent at number 1?
No. No. No.
So we'll go. Hey, by the way, we talked some golf.
Hey, you got those rookies, those freshmen, whatever you call them.
Nope.
In a couple of years?
Nope.
You think they'll fall off?
Yep.
Okay.
T, you're the man. Appreciate you. Good to see you, my friend.
Appreciate
Tomorrow, more Husker Fall Camp talk. You know, we're going to tour championship. And guess what else starts tomorrow? Spikes under the lights. Nebraska volleyball tomorrow, baby. We'll talk that and a whole lot more. Have a great hump day. Be safe, be blessed. Catch you on a Thursday.
Make some enchiladas tonight.